Hey guys, what's up? It's September 13th, 2025. My name is Nick Parsons. This is the Betting Memo. This is the show that gets you caught up with everything going on over at SportsMemo. Today's show is a little different. We have dual featured handicappers coming into the studio today. I'm joined by Steve Seagrave and Sniper Wes. We review my Super Contest picks. Yesterday I gave you my Circa Millions picks. And we also will have a round of rapid fire free picks to end the show, guys. So let's just get right into my Parsons best bet. And so, yeah, as I was saying, guys, yesterday I gave you my Circa Millions picks. Today we're going to look at my Super Contest picks. Last night I did have a play on K-State. I gave that pick out earlier in the week, and that play came up just short, just like my total in the NFL game on Thursday night. That one came up just short as well, the 3 missed field goals, guys. Coming into August, I had won 9 out of the previous 10 months, including 3 months in a row. But then by the middle of August there, I've started to have difficulties, and now it's spilled over into a month. So listen, I'm looking to bounce back for sure. When you've been doing this as long as I have for nearly 25 years, you know it's impossible to win every single month. But no, I'm confident now that we have a couple of weeks in the books in both college football and the NFL that things will turn around here. And so as I was saying yesterday, I gave you the Circa Millions picks. Today we're going to review the Super Contest picks. So let's get into it. Okay, guys, I have the Tennessee Titans plus 5.5. And I think the Tennessee Titans as home dogs against the Rams, they offer really good value this weekend. The Titans, they have a tough defense, and Cam Ward, he continues to progress. After holding Denver to 317 yards in that near upset loss, Tennessee will benefit playing at Nissan Stadium. The Rams' cross-country travel and rusty offense, they only had 14 points in week 1. It sort of makes them a prime for a letdown here, in my opinion. So, guys, my first pick, I'm taking the Titans and the points. And then my second pick, I have the Chicago Bears plus 6. I had the Bears in week 1. That came up just short. I like the Chicago Bears here in week 2 as well, though, due to head coach Ben Johnson's intimate knowledge of Detroit's schemes. And I think he'll be able to take advantage of their week 1 vulnerabilities. Caleb Williams, I think he's going to be able to match Goff. He looked bad at Green Bay last weekend. And I think the Lions are going to take a big step back this year. And while they might find a way to win this game outright, I think it's going to be a fight until the final moments, guys. So I'm grabbing the points with the Bears in this one. And I have the Indianapolis Colts plus 1. Daniel Jones, he had a really good week 1 for Indianapolis. He threw for 272 yards and rushed for 2 scores in the 33-8 rout of Miami. He was showcasing some abilities that made it look like certainly the issue in New York wasn't anything to do with him. We will see, of course, moving forward. I did have the Colts last weekend, and I like them again here. Despite secondary injuries, Indy's defense forced 3 turnovers. Bo Nix's 3 week 1 turnovers against the Titans, that wasn't a good thing, obviously, guys. And so I like the Colts and the points in this one. And then I have the Atlanta Falcons plus 3.5. And so I like the Falcons to cover the spread against the Vikings due to Michael Penix Jr.'s sharp week 1 debut. He had 298 yards and a touchdown. And I just think he's better than J.J. McCarthy, who is still really inexperienced here in his second start. One of my losers last week was the Falcons' loss against Tampa Bay, but there were a lot of positives that the Falcons can draw from that setback. Atlanta has a potent offense with Bijan Robinson and Drake London. I think, they're going to get the better of Minnesota's secondary, which showed vulnerabilities. And I do think an outright win is possible, but I'm going to grab the points here with Atlanta. And I have the Las Vegas Raiders as my final pick, guys, plus 3.5. I'm taking the Raiders again. I took them outright in their impressive 20-13 win at New England last weekend. Geno Smith and company, they pretty much were in complete control the whole time. Pete Carroll had his team ready, and I think he's going to be the more prepared team here on Sunday as well. The Chargers, I think they're still hung up on their upset win over their arch nemesis in Brazil, and I think they're poised for a letdown. And so, guys, my final pick here is I'm grabbing the points with the Raiders in this one. Guys, there are a few great specials going on over at SportsMemo this weekend. Head on over to SportsMemo to check that out. One of the most popular ones, though, is called Flex Picks, and here's how that works. And so, guys, Flex Picks, it gives you the ultimate flexibility to access the daily picks you want from the experts that you trust. And so if you buy a 3, 7, or 30-day flex pass, you can stay with one handicapper the whole time or switch up your handicapper each day. You can plan ahead or go day by day, and you can also change your mind at any time, switching your selected expert right up until the plays are released. And if you have a 30-day flex pass, you don't need to use it every single day. Guys, it's the most flexible and affordable way to stay ahead with expert betting advice. And then also 50% off Fridays, guys. Every Friday at SportsMemo, every handicapper releases one 50% off package. It's a great opportunity to take advantage and save at the same time.
Okay, guys, joining me in the online studio is Sniper West again here as Saturday's featured capper. So, Sniper, welcome back. I know that you have a few plays going here on Saturday and also for Sunday and Monday because we got the 2 Monday night games. But before we get to any of those, we have a big game to break down. It's a divisional matchup. The Giants are at the Cowboys. Both teams are 0-1. So, yeah, big divisional matchup here. How do you see this one going down?
Well, I'll tell you what, the Cowboys, they surprised a lot of people in the Thursday night football opener. If you remember, in week 1, they did quite well. They were kind of taking it to the Eagles in the first half. Then that lightning storm happened, and then it kind of just got crazy in the second half, and the Eagles kind of sat on the ball. But I was very impressed with Dallas's offense. If you remember, CeeDee Lamb, he had a bunch of drops there. And Dak, he threw like a nice 40-yard pass right to the red zone and went right through CeeDee Lamb's breadbasket. And they could have been in the red zone. I'm not saying they win that game, but they could have been in the red zone with a chance to take the lead late. So very impressive performance by Dallas in my book. So Russell Wilson Jr. is going to be starting again for the Giants. He went 17 of 37 last week. Not a very good performance at all. Only 168 yards. But Washington, they were on him the whole game. I think they're going to kind of do a little bit better. I think Dable comes up with a better game plan here. Remember, no Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys defense, the Eagles could have scored 30 points on the Cowboys if they wanted to. They just simply sat on the ball the whole fourth quarter. Also, in preseason, Dallas's defense did not look good at all. And so I think the Giants kind of fix up, what happened in week 1 versus the Commanders. I think they come out firing here, and I think they're going to have a good game, to be honest with you. And I think Dallas does well, too. I think CeeDee Lamb, he wants to atone for what happened in week 1. And I think the Cowboys put up points. I think the Giants put up points. The NFL, they call it the never figure league, Nick, because you never figure the Giants would come out and, maybe possibly put up 30 points after looking terrible last week. That's what happens in the NFL. Also, it is maybe a little scary, too, because the unders ruled the week, right? There were 4 overs and 12 unders in week 1. But there's always going to be a regression to that mean. I think it happens this week. I think we see some more overs, and I think that starts with this game. Give me over 44.5 between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys.
Guys, the Sniper is hitting 63% with his last 16 college football picks. He's also currently leading SportsMemo over the last 30 days with a 10-2 record in Canadian football. So, Sniper, tell everyone what you have planned for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday night.
Well, yeah, a big Saturday, college football, obviously. We have UFC going. I'm not sure when this video will be released, but if you want to grab my UFC card on Saturday, really big card. Looking forward to big things there as well. CFL, there's 2 CFL games on Saturday, I believe, too. And yes, don't ask me how this American boy is kicking some CFL butt, but I am. And NFL, I'll have probably five plays on NFL on Sunday, and then a Monday Night Football play as well.
Okay, well, thanks for coming in and being Saturday's featured capper, and I'm looking forward to having you in again next week there, Sniper.
Let's cash some tickets.
All right, guys, and so the second featured handicapper joining me in studio today for Saturday is Steve Seagrave. And so, Steve, I know you have some big runs to talk about, also some big packages coming on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But first off, we have an opportunity to talk about in the NFL on Sunday. It's an AFC North divisional matchup. It's a player prop that you're eyeing here. It's the Browns as a sizable dog in Baltimore, but you see some opportunity here betting on veteran Cleveland quarterback Joe Flacco. So how do you see this one going down?
Yeah, 100%. I'm looking at Joe Flacco here to go for 240-plus passing yards. The price on that one's minus 122 over at DK. He's coming off week 1 where he threw for 290 against Cincinnati, and he's now thrown for 264-plus in 4 straight games if you date back to last season. Cleveland threw the ball on 63% of their snaps in week 1. The running game was just lifeless, 24 carries for 49 yards. And you got Baltimore coming off a letdown game against Buffalo where they allowed us a week high 389 passing yards against the Bills. Ravens have allowed the second most pass attempts per game to their opponents, dating back to the beginning of last season. I see this as a very pass-heavy game script for Flacco, as they come into this one, like you said, 11.5-point underdogs. And a little bit of a motivational spot here, too, with Flacco returning back to Baltimore. This one seems really low to me. I think he crushes this line, 260 plus, but we only need 240 to cash this ticket.
So, Steve, there's so many sports going on right now. We got of course, college football, NFL on Sunday and Monday. There's also the WNBA playoffs. I know that you're into all of these things. I know you have a few different runs and streaks to talk about. So why don't you let everybody know about those things right now?
Yeah, 100%. I have a 5% NFL max bet ready to roll for Sunday afternoon. If you're watching this before Saturday, I have a 4% college football best bet. I'll be in action all weekend in the MLB. We got WNBA playoffs, like you mentioned, right around the corner. Running hot in the NFL. Regular season hasn't started out the greatest, but I'm still on a 14-5 run. If you go back to last year's postseason, and coming off a nice cash ticket on Thursday Night Football, 4% play there. And I would encourage people to use that Weekend Warrior Pass over at SportsMemo. You can get all the football for any of the cappers Saturday, Sunday, and then they're throwing in Monday Night Football as well for $49. That's a smoking deal for all of our football plays over the course of a weekend. So I'd encourage folks to go check that out.
Guys, go check out Steve Seagrave over at SportsMemo. He's typically all over the leaderboard. So, Steve, thanks for coming in this week, and I'm looking forward to having you on again next week.
Sounds good, Nick. Thank you.
And so, for sure, my thanks to both Sniper West and Steve Seagrave for joining me today, guys. And so to go over the official show picks today, because we won't count my contest picks, Sniper West, he has a play on the over in the Giants and the Cowboys, and Steve Seagrave has a play on Joe Flacco, 240 plus passing yards at minus 122. But what do you guys think? Do you agree or disagree with any of my contest picks, or with Sniper or with Steve? Let us know down in the comments. And so, guys, we will get caught up on the leaderboards over at SportsMemo on Monday. We will wait for the weekend results to do that. But we end each show with a round of rapid fire free picks. These are just all of the free picks available on the free picks page over at SportsMemo, coming at you guys rapid fire style. And so, guys, I have an additional free play up on the under 8 in the Diamondbacks and the Twins. LC Sports says take the Yankees minus 129 at the Red Sox. Abby Sports Picks likes the Chargers on the money line, guys. Says lay the minus 185 to win outright at the Raiders. Pro Sports Picks has a play on the under 48.5 in Florida and LSU tonight. Mark David has a play on Georgia Southern minus 3 at home to Jacksonville State. Farley Betts likes the over 24.5 for the Dallas Cowboys team total on Sunday. So that does correlate with Sniper West's featured free play. And Sniper West has an additional free play up on the over 50.5 in Texas A&M and Notre Dame as well. And finally, guys, Joe D'Amico, he says take LSU minus 7.5 at home to Florida tonight. Hey, guys, do you want to support me? Do you want to support the Betting Memo? And do you want to support all of the handicappers over at SportsMemo? The easiest way to do that is just to smash the like button. To please leave some comments, whether you agree or disagree. That really does help out with the algorithm. Also, hit that bell icon. Every time we go live, you guys will get notified, and you can take advantage of the information we're putting out there for you guys. And so, guys, that's going to be it for today's show. You are caught up with everything going on over at SportsMemo for the week. On Monday, I'm going to have more featured handicappers. The Gold Sheet will be back. I will have more client picks, guys. So, yeah, until Monday, good luck with everything that you're betting on this weekend. Take care.